What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back with another video. I know it's been a while and I haven't posted in a while, but I've been lazy, I've been busy, but I'm finally back with a video, and it's spring and I think I'm beginning back on track with a lot of stuff, which is why I'm finally back with another video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you're not and you're returning, welcome back, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of spring crafts just to get into the vibe of spring. So you guys will be seeing a bunch of those crafts in this video, and let's go ahead and get into the first craft. So for the first craft, as you might have seen, we're going to be doing some more air dry clay. I know you guys remember that video, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I plan on making a plant pot just because spring does have a lot to do with gardening, planting, and like just things growing. So I am going to be doing a plant pot. I do have a plant that I might just put into the pot, or I might just go get some seeds and plant like a flower or something. I'm not sure yet, but in this video I will be making the pot and eventually painting the pot, so you guys will see that in this video. Comment down below if you do want to see me plant anything in there and what I should plant. But let's go ahead and get into making the pot today. For the plant pot, I used a technique that I had actually learned in school before. I realized what I was doing was a pinch pot, and I had learned this in elementary school art, and it was actually pretty easy from there. And as you guys can see, I just used the water to smooth some things out, and a couple times I just kind of molded the walls, kind of got everything right, and it turned out pretty well and a lot better than my last pottery project. Next, I went in with a pottery tray and I added some water to this one as well to kind of smooth things out, because like I said before, I did learn a lot of things in art in elementary school. So this next technique that you'll see with the fork, I also learned that in art as well. So this technique did make it a lot easier for the things to stick together and be put together well. And I think that's another reason why the clay was coming out a lot better than my past projects. As you guys saw, I just finished the pottery outside that is still drying, and now I'm going to show you guys something that's not a craft, but it is kind of spring related. I feel like it's still with the spring vibe. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my smoothies, just because it is kind of like healthy fruit growing plants, kind of like things like that. So I'm going to show you guys what ingredients I use, how I make them, and let's go ahead and get into it. I've always poured my oats into a container just because it's easier for me to scoop it out. For the banana, I usually chop it up into thin slices just because it's easier for the blender to blend more, and it just makes things a lot smoother. The one ingredient that I did forget to show in the beginning was milk, and I use milk as my liquid just to make sure everything actually blends, and this way helps it come out as a smoothie or liquid consistency. As you guys saw, that was my smoothie recipe. These are pretty good, and I eat them for breakfast or lunch. And let's go ahead and get into the next craft. For the next craft is actually an indoor craft. We're gonna be doing this air marker sprayer, which I found at Walmart on clearance, and it was only $6. So I said, what the heck, and picked it up. And I thought this would be good for the video because, like, art, it's pretty easy instructions. Like, plug it in and pretty much just do like an air design with it, like kind of like air spraying, but it's with Crayola. And it comes with the markers, and all you gotta do is plug it up and just get started. It has some stencils with it too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what cool designs I come up with. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Using the marker air spray was actually pretty simple, but I did realize that if you don't wipe off or change the tips, the color will change on you and you won't get the color that you're using. So as you guys will see with the sun, I got a green color, and I had just used green a couple times back, and I wanted a yellow sun, but a green sun works too. So this is my final product. As you guys saw, I had a couple attempts, a couple fails. I had a bunch of fails with this yellow and the sun. I think my brother used a lot of the yellow, and really the colors mixed a lot once the tip changed colors. So the colors mixed a lot. I got a little bit of a green sun going on, but I think it's pretty still all right. I don't think I did very good, but I do think it was fun to draw with it. Like, I've never used art in a way of like having to be away from the paper, like airbrushing anything. So one thing I realized, like, why isn't it as close, or why is it lighter or faded, and then sometimes more closer? It's like you don't even touch the paper when you used it. Like, I realized that I wasn't even touching the paper, but this was still overall a pretty cool craft. I don't know if I'm gonna hang this up or not, but it's still a pretty cool craft. And let's go ahead and get to the next thing. So it's been a couple days and the pottery is completely dry. As you can see, everything's ready, everything's dry, ready to be painted. The plant pot or pinch pot is done. So it's this pottery tray, but I have decided that I'm not gonna do this, and just because how it looks, it doesn't really look that good. You can kind of see all the detailing, like how it wasn't really put together too well. And on the back, you can even see like how it's not even smeared together that well. So I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think I have decided I'm just gonna put this back in water and kind of get it back to regular old clay and add it back to the bucket, just so I can make something that's kind of worthwhile to make. And also, like I said, this is good, completely dry, so I am gonna paint this today. But also, I was thinking about the airbrushing situation, and I wasn't satisfied with that spring scenery. So I actually decided I'm gonna paint a canvas for this video as well. So that's gonna also be getting painted soon. And I am still gonna do a spring scenery or setting, like just some, probably just like the one that I did with the airbrushing, but obviously better and more detailed. So let's go ahead and get into it with the painting, and I'll see you guys while painting. One thing I will say is, for the blue paint, I did think that I waited long enough, but I certainly did not. Every time that I would move my hand or my fingers where I was holding it at, the paint would lift up, as you guys can see right there. So it did take me a couple ideas to try to figure out how can I repaint over this, or what can I do. But I did decide just to let the green paint dry a little bit, and then go back over everything pretty much with blue. Then I actually waited the right amount of time, and it didn't peel as much the next time. came out pretty well, and you guys didn't see in this video, but I am thinking about going over it with a coat of Mod Podge, which should just make it a little bit glossier and finalized. So guys, that is all for this video, and I think that was a good way to start off spring, and I hope you guys have a good spring. And make sure you subscribe and comment down below if you do want me to paint that canvas, and I will. So that is all for this video, and make sure you guys subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.